Hello, hello.
Grayson,
Hi.
hi. How are you?
You look good.
Oh, happy Pride, my love.
Happy Pride. As you can see, I'm wearing a shirt that
We
says,
got a full month of hearing that, so
my
let's
shirt
get
says
ready.
LGBT rights are human rights. I felt it was fitting.
Uh, while we wait for Zane to join us, I figured, we'd get started and introduce ourselves. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode of TV Taylor. Season 6, y'all. Season of conversation. That's the theme. But while we wait on Zane to join us, how about, I'm pretty sure everyone knows who you are at this point.
I mean, at this
But,
point, I would hope so, but
yeah.
not everyone does.
Oh,
So,
well, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. But while we're finding us on Facebook, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and your pronouns.
so my name is Grayson Rose. And most of you know me as Grayson Rose, but I'm also Grayson Rose Sage, the one of the only children of Dion Sage.
Oh, yes.
I actually use they them pronouns, but I will occasionally accept he.
Okay.
Occasionally.
Okay. That kind of plays into our topic today, where we're in our little Pride special, but we're going to get into it, don't you worry.
I am the captain of Rhode Island Pride photography team. I work at a lot of local bars in Providence. Like last night I was at Ego. I volunteered my time for the performers there because
You did. It looks like Zane is joining us. 1 second. But continue.
I am also a photographer for the Dark Lady and Stable. And if you don't know, Stable is now on hiatus for their shows. This month that just passed, aka May, they were doing shows on Friday. Now they are on hiatus until the fall.
I did not realize that. Thank you for bringing that tea today. Hello, Zane. How are you?
Good. I
That
lost
voice
track of
every
time. I
time.
smoked a little bit. Sorry.
Listen. I smoked a lot of it, so I like to tell people I'm like a chimney. I'm always smoking. But every time I hear your voice, it goops and gags me for like 0.5 seconds. I'm like, oh.
Oh my god, I love
every
that.
time. It's like Deshaun Wesley vibe. I'm like, oh, every time I hear it. But so Grayson, I believe you were done introducing yourselves, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. We're going to talk about it. Don't worry. So Zane, how about you tell us who you are, what you do, and your pronouns, as if we don't know, but let us know.
Okay. Zayn Ex, New England performer for about 6 years. I live in Boston, and my pronouns are I'm pretty genderqueer, so I really don't give a fuck.
All right, word.
I love that.
I love that. I was going to say, I can work with that.
As long as they're talking about me, I'm okay.
Okay.
I cannot. I suppose. Oh, Calypso Phoenix Brown says, hi, friends. Hey, girl. We love the Browns. I'm so happy to see it. Happy Pride, girl. Happy Pride to the Brown family in the Brown house. Let's get going. So this season is the season of conversation, and I kind of wanted to gear that more towards giving my guests more of a platform to speak a little bit more and to kind of chat and like take a back seat, so to speak, on my own show. But no, to take a back seat a little bit. So first and foremost, the question that I have for you as well as the viewers is, how hard has it been for you being gay? And we're going to pause, and I'm going to let the people in the comments answer that before we do. But we're going to get into our hot topics first, as usual, of course. So I want to ask you guys first, what hot topics have stood out to you this week? What has like gooped and gagged you this week? And I'll start with, I believe, with Grayson in alphabetical order, because that's the way I love to do it.
Honestly, like, not to go into controversy, but I've seen so much like people about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case.
You know, I was going to ask about that. I have not kept up with it. Zayn, cut it out. No, I honestly have not kept up with it, and I really, really, like, I heard the verdict today, actually, about Johnny Depp being found not guilty or whatever, and he won the case in America, but not in the UK. There was something about peeing in the bed. There was something about abuse. I'm kerfluffled with this whole thing. So you let me know. You give me the tea on that one.
So pretty much, I've seen a lot of people talking about how Johnny Depp is like an awful person, and as someone who grew up with him, I can't really say that I don't agree with him because I've read the articles. He has done some really shitty things, but at the end of the day, it's a matter of people now taking stances of, well, now they're just denying that Amber was abused. So it's a lot of controversy about the entire thing because obviously we weren't in the room. We can't say for sure if she was just the abuser or if Johnny was the abuser as well. It is a lot of just hearsay and people just belittling both parties. And
okay,
it's just controversy.
So the U.S. justice system, okay, work.
Yeah. Like, look at
Zayn,
Roe
have
v.
you heard about
Wade.
this? I'm sure you have.
Only like here and there, not really much. Honestly, I just like it's just an eye roll. It's so much. It's so much.
It's a hard eye roll. Okay.
It.
You know what? I thought I was just I'm feeling bad because I like to keep up with these kinds of things, but like honestly, celebrity tea is not my tea. And then like this whole thing has been just feeling very drawn out, and I don't know. Like I said, I was very confused. I wasn't sure what was actually happening. So I'm glad somebody's shedding a little light on it. But like, I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's definitely touching some very important things like domestic abuse and et cetera, from what I know. But I was just like, it's just one of those things that I was like, this should not be public. Sometimes I think with celebrities, I think they make these things public because it's like, I don't know, it's tea, but like
a way to build their fan base. Or
right. I'm like, it's tea, so they're like filling us in on like their personal life. Like, I don't think that's something that we needed to know. Like, it could have been all settled outside of court, or a closed courtroom, and like it would have been like a title in the news, of course. But like, do we need to see step by step? Not, I don't know. But anyways, thank you for sharing that. Zayn, how about you? What stood out to you this week?
Does it have to be like all serious?
No, bro. Whatever you want to talk
about. I mean, Megan came out with a new song. So did Cupcake. Doja came out with a new video. The Queens of Color.
Video?
Huh? Yeah, for Vegas for the new Elvis Presley movie.
Oh, work. Yes, for Vegas. Work. I didn't know there was a video, bitch. I'm watching that as soon as we're done. No, but I saw Meg Thee Stallion's new song, and I'm living for the 90s hip-hop vibe. She is bringing and giving what needs to be gave. I am living for Meg's new song. I posted it in my story today because I'm just living. I put it on at the gym, and I was like, it's literally a bop, like literally a bop. So boom, I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm here for it. I feel almost like bad listening to Meg because I'm such a Nicki stan, but but Meg is giving. She's really giving. I don't know. What do you think about it, Grayson? Did you hear the new song?
I have not, but I have started listening to Post Malone's new album, and Doja Cat has a feature on there. Phenomenal.
Oh, Doja's been doing it too. Doja's one of those artists that like I think has been slept on for a minute, and now she's just like boom, 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 hit after hit after hit. Like Doja's bringing it. I'm not
She went
mad
from
at
Kiss
it.
Me More to Give Me More because we need more.
Come on now. No, literally, honest. Like I didn't think she was gonna come back from that whole chat room debacle situation. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I didn't think she was gonna come back from that. And like I feel like a lot of people forgave her, which is progress. Progress. We love Miss Doja. But yeah, she's been proving herself time after time as far as music wise. Sean Reeves says, "Hey, we love Sean.
Hi,
Sean is like my token. Sean's like my token white girl. I love them.
Literally,
she's always giving her life
go out.
every
Oh, there
time.
we go.
She's always just
Sean.
giving her life, and I'm here for it.
Give me more. Come
But
on.
yes, I'm always here for new music, Zane. So like, let me know. And that reminds me, the game we're gonna play today is called Guess That Lyric. So boom, yeah.
I'm here for it.
So y'all, I don't even know what part I'm gonna stop it at, but I'm gonna stop each song at a certain point, and y'all gonna tell me what the next 2 to 3 words are. So, boom.
Sheesh. Putting some pressure on us now.
Zane, not the head shake. Come on now.
I'm awful with that shit. I'm not quick.
I'm like,
Oh,
you recite lyrics for a living, essentially.
True.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have almost 10,000 songs on my phone, so.
Oh, yeah, and you're always singing, so I figured this would be a good game for the both of us. Oh, always. So also with the Johnny, while we're talking about Johnny Depp, I heard that, and I don't know if this is true or not. Y'all let me know in the comments, or you guys let me know if you heard about this. But I heard that Zoe Kravitz is going to be the new, like, Jack Sparrow character for Pirates of the Caribbean. Question mark?
Okay.
That sounds
I don't know
fun.
if it's true, but I'm okay
Right?
with it.
I mean, I live for Zoe Kravitz. I'm here for it, but is this actually happening?
I love that all these male main characters in movies are getting replaced with women. Like everything in Marvel Universe,
Female
Jack Sparrow.
empowerment, we
Oh,
love it.
seriously. The gender bend, though, it's everything. I'm here for it.
Also, Taylor, I know what you're thinking. You absolutely love the outfit because of the rainbow. Rue
Is it she?
21.
Because every time I like something, you're
Rue
like, oh,
21.
she. Oh, word. Okay. Secrets have been revealed tonight, y'all.
This entire outfit, including the shorts have the rainbow on it too, is Rue 21.
Secrets have been revealed tonight. Wow. Okay. Listen, I haven't been in that store in a little bit. Let me find out.
I hate the
need
color
some John
rainbow.
Pete.
I'm sorry. I hate the
Rainbow
color
is the shit. Yo, shush. Hush your mouth right now because rainbow is the shit. That's my secret weapon. Don't even start with me.
Zane, you know me. I'm always wearing something bright. Always wearing something bright.
True.
But for
This
now,
is true.
I'm wearing a
This
little
is
bit more
true.
rainbow because I gotta just show up a little bit.
This is true. Okay, interesting. So my one of my hot topics that I wanted to share is something that is a little close to home, both physically and figuratively. If you think about Zane's drag, the Conjuring House. It's the Friday episode, girl. The library is open, okay? No, but the Conjuring House sold for $1.5 million. Did you hear about this?
What?
Why?
Yes. Exactly. That's what I said. Literally, why would you buy this house? So it's in Burrow. I don't know. Listen, okay, so it's in Burrowville, Rhode Island, so it's close to us. It's nearby. It's in the New
Oh my god, I
England
used to live
area.
in Burrville. No way, it's there?
Yes.
It's in Burrowville, yes. And
Creepy.
it's literally, okay, so it's a 3-bedroom home. And if you've seen The Conjuring, you know the house. It's very distinct. It's 8.5 acres outside of the house. The lot is 8.5 acres. So it's a pretty cute little, I don't know, it's a pretty cute little piece of land. But would you buy the condo?
Did you just
Especially
pay for
1.5 million.
demons?
Would you buy the house?
They just paid for demons. Why would you do that?
Oh my god. Oh my god, the demons were gay for pay.
The demons are gay for pay. You listen, that's a selling point. Oh my gosh. Okay, Chloe is watching. Hi, Chloe Savage. She says hey.
Hi, Auntie.
Hey, that's wild.
No, but literally, would you buy this house? I mean, honestly,
No.
Zayn, it's right up your alley. I wouldn't be surprised.
I like my privacy. I don't need no demon up inside of me. I'm good.
I'm gonna say it in Spanish for you, Taylor, so you understand. No.
Yeah.
T. No, it's a straight up absolute no for me.
See, like,
but apparently,
if
it's so funny.
it was like cheap because they can't sell it, if it was like 20,000, we're like, okay, wait a second.
Even then, I still wouldn't do it. No, but like, listen to this. This is the realty of this story. The people who bought it have already said, and it's been months, they've already said that they've experienced overnight, like, supernatural experiences. I'm like, what did you expect when you bought this house?
Literally.
Like, what?
They're white, right? They're white?
I believe so. Don't quote me on that, but I believe so. They are of the Caucasus. Yes.
Yeah, so no, they're the ones that are
that literally goofed me, though. I'm like, no, they did, like, really, somebody really, why? It's not even that cute of a house. From the outside, it's like, inside, as you've seen it, it's okay, it's cute.
And
but
fucking
like,
Rhode Island, with all the, like, the Trump supporters, fuck that.
Ooh, you said it, not me, girl.
And
you said it.
Oh, God.
And listen, you're gonna make me sweat out my hair before the gig tonight, okay? Oh man. Oh my God, Star Possum is watching. Hey Star. And Star said, me, a whole white person, I would buy it.
Yeah.
I'm gagged. Star, why? I still love you, girl. I mean, but like, oh no, we're not living in that.
I expected that, to be completely honest, because I love Star, and I know Star would make decisions like that.
What?
And
Chloe Savage said she would buy it too.
Auntie, we're having a conversation tonight.
Get that together, Chloe girl. Get that together. No, we're not. No.
You're making yourself seem like the token black person in a horror movie.
Ooh, and you know they always die first. Listen, we moving on because y'all gonna make me say some stuff that I probably shouldn't while we're on the air. Anywho's, y'all. So honestly, I wouldn't be me if I didn't bring up some of the more, darker, deeper, real life topics. So I got to get into those a little bit. Girl, no. Calypso says Chloe is half and half, so that makes sense. Ooh, cool. Wait, Zayn, are you biracial?
No, I'm just Puerto Rican.
Oh, word. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I might be mistaken, but I wanted to ask. And Chloe said, I like a little excitement in my life. That's a little too much excitement, girl. No, I'm all set. Not me coming home to my furniture rearranged.
So long since I've been touched by a man.
No, and I'm OCD too, so like doing with the little like things that they do, like moving stuff around and things like that. No, drive me crazy. No, thank you. But I want to bring up something that actually was a pretty big win for us. Chloe said I survived Maine for 11 years. Did you?
Did you?
No, but Biden, the Biden administration, they canceled $5.8 billion in student loan recently this week. And so that really stood out to me too, because I am one of those people who suffers with student loan debt, and I recently was able to finally pay it all off. So shloom, thank you. But it is something that, thank you. It is something that plagues a lot of people, especially in our generation. So does this affect you guys?
I still have student loans, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Okay, wait, where'd you go to school?
I'm in school right now.
Oh, I did not know that, Grayson. But Z, where'd you go to school? I knew that you went to school for, I think, was it something in the art field? Let's do some Zayn trivia.
I am a certified
Come on,
makeup artist.
certification.
So I did
Yeah.
800
Come
and
on,
something hours in New York
certification.
City to get certified in special effects and beauty.
Love that. Oh my God. Okay. Word. That is to be congratulated. And that's not a word, but we're gonna throw it out there. Grayson,
With
what are
New
you
York.
doing in school?
So I am currently in school, all online, studying for digital cinematography.
That's hot.
That is, and that makes a lot of sense because this is what you do.
I am working towards my bachelor's, and I should be graduated by 2024.
Oh wow, okay,
Perfect.
nice. Well, I'll make sure to keep tabs on that with you. You and your father, Mr. Sage. I'm gonna have to keep up with that. No, but I think it's really important that for one, that our president, whoever's filling that role, fulfills the promises that they made during their campaigning, and that was something that was a really big win for Biden. I think, at least for me, that made me want to vote for Biden was that attention to our financial well-being, as far as like
Yes.
people who decided to take a step in a better direction. You know how hard people push going to school and furthering education, and this is what you have to do in order to be successful. And so I think that people who have taken that step and people who have sipped the tea, so to speak, in that manner should be rewarded. And it's been years and years of schools kind of taking advantage of us financially, and like interest rates and things that like are kind of built to keep us in debt. And so that attention to that small detail for me with Biden was kind of like a big deal. So I'm glad to
Not to
hear that he's
mention
actually living
not
up
to
to
mention
that
the
one, at
issue with
least.
credit.
Right. So he's at least he's living up to us to that in that respect for now. Oh, we lost Zayn.
We
Zayn,
did.
girl. It's okay. Well, join the video, girl. I'm gonna let you back in whenever it pops up. But yeah, in that respect, I'm glad to see that he's fulfilling his duties as president and things that he said that he would. There are a lot of other things that I can talk about that he's not doing, unfortunately.
We don't talk
but we're
about
not gonna get
Bruno.
into that. We're not gonna get into that right now. We don't talk about Biden. No.
Yep. Thank you.
Yes, but no. Also, while we're on the topic of a political topic, and while we're talking about Biden, I think we also need to talk about the gun violence hearing that just happened. Did you hear that? I actually didn't
I
get a
have
chance.
not heard about it.
Yeah.
I know that there are a lot of things going about for gun moderation and like gun control.
Oh yes.
And that is another hot topic, but we do not have time for that.
That's a whole nother
Time for that.
episode. Listen,
Yeah,
that's a whole nother episode.
schedule me in. Thank
And
you.
it's kind of crazy that it took this kind of like it feels like the hair that broke the camel's back, kind of, because if you know, there has been 23 mass shootings already in just this year. And so for the Texas shooting that I'm referring to, for people who don't know, for this to be such a like pinnacle to talk about gun violence and to talk about moderation of guns, I think kind of is coming at a little bit of a very late time in the game. And
Oh yeah.
now I think it's time to talk about solutions.
And also along those lines is the repeal of Leobor in Rhode Island.
Oh yes. And you know what? Hold on. Pause. Zayn is joining us. And you know what? That's really important to talk about as well. And I think, and I want to congratulate BLM RI for making such strides in that respect, and for keeping that being on top of people's brain, because that is a really big part of it. But also, talking about the Providence students. Did you hear about this?
Yep.
Providence students. It was over 150 Providence students that walked out of school, I believe, this yesterday, that walked out in protest of gun violence laws. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah, like over 150 students protesting, literally walking out in protest to the gun violence that has been happening, because it's a different feeling to be afraid to go to school. And that's
So
really what it boils down to, essentially, in this with this last incident. Is, you know, our children, our kids, are the next generation of students safe going to school, which is something that is necessary.
So, as someone who has experienced it, uh, roughly 20 years ago, I woke up in the middle of a drug raid to guns pointed in my face and witnessed a cop at 4 years old kick my mother in the face because of everything. And they were ready to shoot my brother and I. I was 4, and that was in East Providence. So clearly, this has been an ongoing issue for many years before me. But as someone who has firsthand experience, it's kind of like we need to have fucking control. Like, we need to be able to know that we can not only trust ourselves with and people around us, but we need to know that we can also like trust the people that are willingly given guns because it's a
Right.
job.
Right. And that too, that's another aspect of this whole thing with the Texas shooting, is the police and liability with the police and how they took their time to storm the building, and certain family members and parents were allowed to enter the building and take their students out prior to the incident. And there's just so many layers to this story. Like I said, I feel like this is the hay that broke the camel's back. Zayn, did you hear about this? How do you feel about this? I'm gonna give you some time to talk about it.
There you go. I don't like to interrupt. Obviously it's like a bunch of bullshit. It's a really sad topic, but like, what we have like literally the most mass shootings in the world. Like this is, and the
Yeah,
fact that you can be 18 and buy a gun, but you're not like allowed to drink or even rent a car, but you can
Or
hold
smoke
this
weed.
thing
okay.
that can kill people. Yeah, like
Say it
here,
louder.
like that makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like it is mind
yeah.
blowing.
You can't even rent a
And
car
I
until you're
heard someone
25.
say, yeah. And I heard someone say, and I heard a lot of people say, you know, the time for thoughts and prayers is past. And I tend to like, I see both sides of it. I understand the urgency to come up with solution, but I also understand the need for sympathy. Because if we lose sympathy, then what are we? Then we're desensitized to these kinds of things, and then we're one step further away from finding a solution. But what do you think about that? You know, how do you feel about people saying, you know, no, I don't like, basically, I don't want to hear thoughts and prayers?
Personally, I just feel like it means that we need to actually start taking action. Because if we sit here and we sit with thoughts and prayer, we're just sitting. We're not doing anything. We're not making any progress. We're not making any change. And just like with Pride, it started with a riot. It didn't start as a simple goddamn celebration. We need to be able to take action and make the changes that we want. Otherwise, we're
Absolutely.
just sitting around waiting.
Absolutely. I can agree with that. Like I said, I see both sides. I understand the need for sympathy, and it is a situation where sympathy is needed. But I also understand the urgency for solutions, because this has been an ongoing issue for a very long time. Like you said, Zane, we have the highest rate of mass shootings here in the U.S., and it's absolutely ridiculous that that is something that we really have to worry about in the places that we're supposed to be considered safe.
Yeah, I mean,
And
me personally, I wouldn't. I like to figure out problems immediately after like something happens. Like I'm not gonna sit there and cry about it. I think people like these are people's kids that like they just want like
yeah,
if they don't feel safe sending their kids to school, but like they need the education, like it's a whole thing. So I'd be just like that. I'm like, all right, like I know this happened, but I'm like, so what are we gonna do about it? Because like next week
yeah,
it could be my kid.
yeah,
Next week it could be my niece. Like you never know.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the scary part. It's real life that's like real scary right now. No,
And
no
that was
type
like
of
what,
horror
an
movie
18-year-old
where
going to elementary school? Like it's not like the little elementary kids were like bullying him or anything like that.
right,
Like
right.
what you can't put logic to it anymore. Like
Yeah. I think the logic has always been like, let's focus on mental health, but like those are two separate mirroring epidemics.
yeah.
And that once we separate the two, I think that's when we can find a kind of have a thin line where we can kind of target solving one before the other, or one and then the other, as opposed to putting them together and making it one huge thing. But
Yeah.
that's just me. And that kind of moves into our topic a little bit with our Pride special today. Again, like you talked about, Zayn
Sorry.
Rose.
Meanwhile, all I could do was laugh.
You know what? I honestly, when I'm drinking, I tend to burp, and like it's whatever. It's fine.
Better
I'm not
outfit
going to
Pour
talk
my
and
tequila.
but that moves into our topic a little bit because Grayson, you were talking a little bit about the struggle, and Zayn, you were talking, and we were both talking about being safe and consider spaces being considered safe, and so and you were also, Grayson, talking about riots with Pride, and that's where it all started. It was a riot to begin with. It was not a what do we call it now? Not a help me out, Grayson. What do we call it now?
Parade? Festival?
No, no. When we're actually out in our social justice form, it's not riots anymore. We're
Protest?
protesting. Yes, it was not a protest. It was a riot with a capital R, and that is Stonewall, and that is your daddy's birthday too. So that is Stonewall, in a nutshell. But what I want to know what Pride means to you both. But also, like I said earlier, I want to know, how has it been hard for you being gay and growing up gay? But even before all that, I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to my ancestors. I want to say thank you to my predecessors, to all the freedom fighters before us, to all the people who have fought for gay liberation, all the Black and brown folks who have suffered for us. And I want to say thank you. Before we talk about anything, before we get into the liberty of talking about anything, I want to thank the people who have came before me, who have allowed us to have this space, this platform. And again, happy Pride, because we are acknowledging our past as well as forging a future. And with that, I want to know, what does Pride mean to you? And let's start with you, Zayn. Let's start with you this time. What does Pride mean to you? How has it been hard for you being gay? Because we talk about the rainbows and glitter of it all, but sometimes people tend to forget that it's a struggle. Even still to this current day, like for instance, recently I wore rainbow socks to the gym, and baby, let me tell you, the glares and uncomfortable looks I felt like I was in the 70s. I was like, y'all never seen a rainbow flag before? But I'll let you speak. Zayn,
are you sure? Are you sure it just wasn't because it clashed with the outfit? They were like,
you know what? I don't ever clash, babe. Ever.
That's
I'd be judging too. I'd be like,
well, you know what? So
wait, so
what's
the first question?
What does Pride mean to you, Zayn?
Pride. Oh, I feel like I'm in a pageant right now.
Yes, come on, pageant girl.
I don't know. Pride is just. I feel like pride is just about being comfortable in your own skin and who you are, because it's gotten so much more beyond just like gay and lesbians. It's like more trans pride. There's more kink pride. There's more bisexual, queer, like all these other prides that like we get to celebrate all under one umbrella. So, and it's really welcoming, like accepting community, except for the cis white gays. Those are awful.
Okay, listen, you said it, not me. Honestly, you said it, not me. But continue.
Anyway, yes. So I don't know. It's about just being comfortable with like a really great community.
Okay. And so, there are ups and downs, like I said. So what has been something that's been hard for you as far as like growing up gay or coming into your own as a queer individual?
Oh, mom, I didn't grow up gay. I grew up straight,
Ooh,
girlfriends, everything.
ooh, that is even harder.
Yeah, I was deep in that closet.
Oh, goodness gracious. Your closet was walk-in, honey.
Oh, mom, I was in Narnia. Let's just say that.
Come on, Lion Witch Wardrobe.
No, it was weird. Like growing up, because I was like a weird fat kid. Growing up in a white suburban area, so like, it was either like I was too fat, or I'm not like I wasn't fit, or I was too Spanish, or I wasn't Spanish enough, or like all these other things. And then I came out of the closet and I was in the military, and then I was like, oh great, like a welcoming community. No, You have to listen to a certain music, you have to look a certain way, you have to talk to certain people, you have to do certain things, you have to wear certain things, and that's how I came out, like, in front of these like shallow people, and I thought
Yeah,
that's all it was.
yeah.
So
And that creates kind of, for me, I think, hearing a lot of people, especially in that situation, it creates a lot of internalized homophobia. And it's something that we have to deal with, and something that we have to kind of identify within our community, because it's a lot of people deal with that because you feel the pressure to coincide with that heteronormative like behavior. Like you said, you have to listen to a certain type of music. You have to kind of walk a certain way, talk a certain way, even to the point of little things like when you answer the phone, your voice is a little deeper.
yeah,
Like, oh hey, you like little like things like that have plagued the queer community that I would love to see not be a thing. But like it is something that again, it's we're identifying it and we're coming to terms with it now. At least I feel like we're coming to terms with it as a community. But it's hard to identify sometimes, and it affects a lot of us.
yeah,
Um,
it was yeah. It
and
led to like a
especially in
lot
the
of like
military. Listen,
body dysmorphia, like a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I remember like, because I came out like when I was in the military, I was in submarines, and I came out during like an underway, so we're like months underwater, and the only person that like to be my fairy gay mother was like this shallow gay person. So he used to like force me to watch like Andrew Christian like music videos and be like, "That's what you have to look like." Like that's what you have to do. That's the guys you have to go
right?
for, and like I was like, okay. So I just like that's all I knew for like months, and then I surfaced, and I was like, all right, let's be the
Yeah,
worst kind
let's
of
pop
person.
that bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jesus, that is wow. That is traumatic. Like, and being forwarded by the stereotype being forwarded by a queer person also is a problem that we're not going to talk about right now, but it is a big problem. Grayson, how was your coming out experience?
So I never actually wanted to officially come out the way I did. So eighth grade, I decided I wanted to date someone that I really liked, and it was right after my talent show. I kind of started dating someone who I now have on Facebook again, and they do drag where they're living now. Um,
wait, I have a question. Can I interrupt? What was your talent in your talent show?
I actually sang.
Oh, word.
Oh, okay, word. I guess I could have assumed that. I was gooped. I was like, wait, what? What was it? What was it?
Yeah, I sang
I
the
guess I could
song
have
"Bless
figured
the
that out.
Broken Road" by Rascal Flatts. And I
Hot.
remember that I remember that talent show so vividly because it was the only time my grandmother got to come out and see me, and she cried.
Oh,
Side note,
I
I
miss
sang
her so
Ordinary
much.
People. I sang Ordinary
Um,
People for my first talent show.
so the person I ended up dating happened to be there, and we ended up dating for a while, and people were just calling me a faggot and like saying a whole bunch of fucking slurs to me, and I was bullied for a very long time, to the point where I assumed I was still bisexual, and it took me a very long time to admit, no, I'm gay. I consider myself more pan-romantic than anything, where I will date whomever, but I'm definitely homosexual. And as a non-binary individual, it's kind of like it's taken a very long time to come to terms with everything because I've never been comfortable with my own skin, and
Mm,
being non-binary allows me to do that.
yeah, and
And
that's kind of like what Zane was saying. Yeah, with the body dysmorphia and all those other plagues that that honestly, all those other ailments that plague the queer community, like it is so common and it's unfortunate that a lot of people doubt themselves. Um, and and that's from a lack of being able to present as their authentic self. And that's what it really boils down to when I think about it. And there's a lot of common struggles among the queer community too. And even the few things that you both said have already melded together to present some similar issues, some common things that we all struggle with. I know for me, even, and I'll be very transparent, even, doubting the gay community as far as dating. It's really, really, really difficult to kind of push aside your trust issues for one. And dating when it comes to dating in a small queer community, which we kind of all know a little bit about here in New England, it's kind of hard to give yourself fully to that especially knowing the community that we're in. And not saying it's all bad, but you know, let's just say the instant gratification is very much a part of our culture now. And dating apps and things like that have changed the dating scene so much. And yeah, that's one of my biggest struggles with being queer. And like, as of recently, even more so, just constantly doubting the ability to have a healthy queer relationship while also being a part of the queer community.
Yeah.
And I know that affects a lot of different people, and it becomes really a lot. It becomes a lot. It's a big struggle, I think, for people who, for me, I want to say I'm a little bit of a serial monogamist. It becomes really hard to kind of see past the community to the person. And I don't know if you guys can speak on that.
See, I've always noticed that because we're in such a small area where everyone knows everyone, it seems to be that even when you don't know someone personally, someone else knows you that they know, and then they say something, and then it just becomes a giant game of telephone. So at that point, people don't want to date at that point. They just want to.
Oh, yeah.
And the hookup culture, that is a huge thing lately, too.
It,
Because people don't want to date, they want to hook up.
listen, you're telling me. I'm not trying to take no more trips.
There's nothing wrong with hooking up. There's nothing wrong with hooking up.
There's nothing wrong with it, but for someone who wants to
Listen,
be
no,
in a
it's nothing wrong with hooking up. Don't get me wrong. But when it is overly saturated and kind of takes over your community, it's something that you kind of have to take a step back and notice. Like, damn, like, is this all we have to offer as a queer community? Is like when it boils down to the sexual aspect of it, like it kind of, at least for me, and I'm open to hear if you guys don't feel this way, but at least for me, it kind of brings that question to mind a lot. Like, sheesh, is this all we have to offer as a community? Like, it's a little bit saddening, and I will be very honest about that. To me, and don't get me wrong, she had her hookup season.
Oh no,
she's not a hookup girl.
You're good. I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you. You're fine.
Right, she's not a hookup girl. She's had her hookup season like the rest of us, but you know, that's just not my tea.
I think it is a thing that's like kind of taken over our community. Not taken over, but it's like a big part of like, I get like it's your thing, but like even like last Sunday went to Royale for their Memorial Day party. It was just a giant surrogate party of everyone just like on G and K and hooking up with each other.
Thank
and like,
you.
I'm like, sis, I just came here to dance and have a good time with my friends, and like,
Right.
your sweaty fucking stinky ass is ruining it.
It's borderline predatory.
Like,
it's borderline predatory. Like,
it's like
it's
weird, and like they think it's okay to like come up to you and like touch you without consent, like to grope you, to grab your ass, or like to kiss you.
No.
And
consent is sexy.
Consent is sexy, and what? Mandatory. Like,
it's like
what?
Yeah, it's so bad.
No. It is so disheartening, and that's why a lot of times, like, if you don't see me at the function, that's why. Because I've gotten in one of those moods. I'm like, so honestly, it's something that I have noted a lot lately, especially that I've been like, oh, I'm good, no thank you.
Maybe we're just getting old.
That too, girl. But shut your mouth.
God.
Because
I don't want to hear that I'm getting old. I'm only 24.
I am ageless, darling. Ancient Chinese secret.
I'm old.
No one needs to know. But I mean, so that's the you know, the not so good. And lastly, I want to leave it at this and tell me something that not just good, but something that has changed your life for the better within the queer community. One experience that you've had that's changed your life for the better.
Who do you want to lead?
And I want y'all battle this out for whoever wants to start first.
Okay. Go for it.
Jane. Honestly, one big thing that's changed my life in the community is Jen Bonin.
Oh, I love Jen. That's so sweet.
She saw me the day of flag raising event during the middle of the pandemic, and she looked me in the face and said, "You're the one. You're the one that's going to take over for me, and changed me and made me the captain of Rhode Island Pride's photography team. And I will forever be grateful for that. And it's helped me build so many amazing relationships with everyone in the community. And yeah, she's probably going to hate me for saying her name, but it's fine.
Oh, yes. Oh, and I'm going to tag her in the comment section later. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's happening. You set yourself up for that one. But no, that really warms my heart because, like good people breed good people, and Jen is such a good person. Jen is such a thoughtful person, such a sincere person. For people who don't know Jen Bonin in our community, you know, honestly, I think sincerity trumps it all. And for Jen Bonin to reach out to you the way that she did, I thought, first of all, we're warranted. First of all, warranted. Like, and also, come on, Boston, with the sirens, cut it out.
No, it's me. I'm sorry. I'm in Woonsocket. It's not much better.
You were grouping, guys. Zane said, excuse me? No, but that's something that I think we kind of have to pay attention a little bit more to when a different generation passes the baton down, a good person passes it to another good person. That's how we build relationships, like you said, and I think that's something that should be acknowledged. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate that.
You and I have that in common because Jen Bonin has also passed down to me edibles at one point.
I mean, I got passed down a bowl.
Okay.
Do you want to hear a quick story about Jen Bonin? This bitch. I'm going to tell you anyway.
I'm always down to hear stories about Jen Bonin.
This bitch at Dollhouse, it was like a Dollhouse. We were like hosting an Oscars viewing party or something like that. I don't know, Emmys, Oscars, something. Here comes Jen Bonin. She's like, I got everybody edibles. I eat a whole brownie. Mama, that shit slapped me like my mother with a chocolate. I was hosting, and like we're in the middle of it, and I literally put the mic down, and I go to Onyx. I was like, in 5 minutes, I'm not gonna be able to physically talk anymore. So I got up and I just went home. I brought everybody there and I just left them. I was like, I'm just going home.
No, but you know what? You know what? Listen, there's a reason that y'all never see me get messy when I go out, because if I feel myself getting a little too drunk, I will just leave. Quietly, I will just leave. I will literally just, bye!
You and my father have that in common.
Listen, if I feel myself getting a little too drunk or a little too, I'm bye. See you later. You won't catch me. I'm gonna be sloppy in my house.
I know where you live. Don't play me.
Don't play me for real. But so is that what you want to leave with the viewers as your positive takeout of the community as well, Zane?
No.
Okay. All right. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
What was the original question?
So something positive that you've taken from the queer community, girl.
Something positive that I'm gonna say something I have taken out of the queer community is Zane. I owe a lot to Zane for. I know it's like conceited, but like without fighting, like doing drag and finding this amazing community, I wouldn't have found the friends that I have, the chosen family, this awesome community. Like I wouldn't be a part of this and be like the person I am and knowing so many amazing people out in like the world. So it has connected me with so many people. It's made me feel so much better, a lot more comfortable, and it's helped me grow. So if you get a chance to do drag, try drag. It's a good experience.
And we love
you.
Literally, and we love you. And like literally, like I was just having that conversation with my daughter Nael Sheik like an hour ago, like to be honest. And it's really important, something that we kind of have, I think as a community, kind of lost a little bit. It's really important to have that sense of community and that sense of family within our queer, our queer community. And me falling into the role of house father with the House of Neptune has been such a blessing to me and in disguise, because for one, I was not expecting to fall into that role as much as I am and as much as I do. And you know, just being a part of their lives and a part of their development has like really touched my heart in so many different ways. And I think, you know, the role of being father in the queer community is important, or being mother in the community is really important, because a lot of times we don't have that family backing to support us. And unfortunately, it's a lot of times like even to the point where people are getting kicked out or not acknowledged from their families and things along those lines for just being queer. And it's something that has been going on since, I want to say, since Jump Street, since queer has been queer. And so I think it's really important to shine a light on that aspect of, you know, house fathers and house mothers who are out here really like taking a time to develop someone or to be a part of someone's development. And I'm grateful for that.
I hate that this is like the reference that I have to use, but Pose did a very, very great job of showing that.
No, they did. They really did. Like, you can use that reference. I'm not mad at that, especially after seeing the end of the way they ended the series. There was a lot of controversy around that, but I thought they really they did.
I didn't see how they ended it. I have not watched season 3.
I think they did a good job with it. I'll just say that they did a really good job with showcasing not only the ballroom scene, but showcasing the family aspect and like how you deal with like people growing up together, and honestly dealing with a lot of different personalities. They showcase that really well. It's hard. It's hard to do. Let me tell you, it's hard to do. We are all main characters, as I like to say, in my family, and dealing with so many different personalities can be a bitch, for lack of better words. So,
oh yeah, very much.
And so are we. And so are we. But I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, Savannah, thanks for watching. Savannah sending love. Hey.
Hi, Savannah.
But we're gonna move on to our game, because we're moving into the last 10 minutes of the hour. So y'all ready for this? Y'all ready to guess this lyrics?
I did not mean I'm so sorry.
Sure.
Ooh, ooh. Grayson, what happened?
Family. That's all I have to say.
I was like, not the phone drop. Zayn, you ready?
Sure, Jan.
DJ, drop that beat. No, I'm just kidding. But all right, here we go. So the songs are all by artists who have been a part of the queer community or an ally to the queer community. Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be some cute songs. I have 5 songs for us, and I'm gonna stop them at random places, and y'all gonna tell me. And if y'all say it in the comments, don't cheat.
Wait, are we finishing the lyrics or are we saying the song?
No, you're gonna finish the lyric.
Okay.
Oh yes, oh yes. All right, let's see. Here we go. Random. What? Why? I'm not hearing it, and it's gooping me. There we go. Okay. You ready?
No.
No, not at all. And of course it's a commercial, so hold on, because your boy did not pay for Spotify.
You are grounded.
Grounded immediately. All right, here we go. Boom.
I swear to God, if you stop on something that's not English. I'm hard on the outside, but if you give me time.
Okay, work. I know this song, so I know you guys are right, but I'm going to play it just to prove that you're right. Work. Work. Okay. All right, cute. That one was easy. So, yeah. Hopefully this next one gags you because it's an old song. All right, you ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm blanking. I want to say "Come on, Vogue" again, but no.
What's your guess? What's your guess, Zane?
It goes da na 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 na. Bitch, I don't perform Madonna.
Not the beat.
It's like
It's the beginning of the second verse.
Oh, honestly, I don't
Nope.
know.
Yes. Yes. Come on now. I thought you were gonna get that one, but I'm
For
glad you
reference, I did say I was 24.
This is true. This is true. Okay,
I don't know.
so 24-year-old. This show has been gooping and gagging me. Had my heart racing a little bit earlier. So let's see if you get this one.
I know it's Sandra Call.
Nope. Really?
I'm so
Have you been watching Legendary?
No.
Oh my gosh. Zane, tell me you know the next word. No, Zane. I can't. I want to say it's judges. What's your score? Let's see. Yeah, judges score for me. Well, for me. I'm like, damn, come on, y'all not watching Legendary? This show has really given me heart palpitations.
I want to say the first 2 seasons because it's on season 3 now, right?
Yeah, it's on season 3. Yep.
I've watched the first 2 seasons. I have not watched the recent one.
I'm just waiting for it to finish so I can binge
First of all, Keke Palmer is the new judge this season, and I'm kind of sad that Meg Thee Stallion is not here this season. But Keke Palmer has been giving me life.
I might just need to watch it now because Keke Palmer, I love her.
Literally, she's kind of like she fits in really well with the scene, to be honest, like a little bit too well. I was like, is Keke, like, is she coming out? Is she telling us something? But like, she fits in really like a little bit too well with the judges.
That reminds me, I gotta send you a song later. I gotta send you a song later that has Keke Palmer and Becky G.
Okay. All right, I'm here for it. Oh, Ivan Mott is watching from the inner circle. Hey, Ivan. He's saying, hey, y'all. Ivan, I live. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Boom. What's next?
Slow it down like this? No.
Oh, that might be right. It sounds like it.
I think, yeah. I think it's slow it down like the. Either way, slow it down.
I have no idea. You know what's funny? Actually, Ivan Mott is one of the people that I got this game from when they played it on their show, Inner Circle. And I told them, I was like, listen, I'm going to play this game. And so here we are. Boom. But Ivan's also a really good friend. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see what the next lyric is.
Nope.
Nope. High heels, high wrist. Something worth a half a ticket on my wrist. That was the next one.
I know the song. I got credit for that.
I mean, I assumed that you all know the song. All right, let me see. This one is one of my favorites, so it's a little biased, but I hope you know it. I think you will. And here we go with these dang commercials. So pause. Honestly, I think it's the song that I played as our intro song today. So that's something. All right, hold on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Baby, does it more. Benji, better than the more. Never been a floor. Pretty kitty, man, get in the floor. Silly, never been a straw. Bring a bird, baby, run up for. Stir when she on the floor. Living in the pool. Champagne, always on the floor. Some happy others can
We're not gonna know.
Nope.
So you don't even have to pause it. We're not gonna
You're not
know.
even gonna pause it. Nope.
Next.
Thank you. Next.
Y'all better know this
No.
part.
Nope.
What?
Is it work for me? No.
No. Close. Cute, but no. Really?
No.
Zayn, what?
I don't even know that song.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was Azealia Banks, Fierce.
Oh.
And literally the part that comes up next is someone well known in the Vogue community, and it's the whole talking part in the middle of the song. See, I used to think I was fierce because I was at all the balls, I won trophies. Yeah, really? Oh, I'm gooped. Hold on, now we have to play it. I used to much trade for dollars too. Really? I'm fierce now. Because I got a job and I got somebody waiting at home for me, god damn it. Oh, wow. Your gay cards.
I ain't got all that.
I literally listen to death metal. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Ivan said he didn't know it either, so
Okay,
I'll give y'all a break. You can keep your gay card this time.
Okay, but last night there were people at Ego that did not know that Call Your Girlfriend was by Robin.
That's true. That's a sign of the age thing though too.
Yeah.
Like Zayn pointed out, y'all getting old. Y'all, not me.
You're closer than us.
Listen, I don't know what old is. I don't know her. I don't see her. But
She can't sit with
that
us.
was fun for me to watch you guys to watch you guys struggle. That was great.
Yeah, I mean,
That
considering
was
mostly
great.
what I've been listening to is more metal and alternative, yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm here for an alternative moment. I'm an alt boy when I want to be. I had to move out of. No, I had to move out of that alt stage for a little bit, come into myself a little bit, but we love dipping and diving back and forth. So we love a good little alt moment. But with that, I am going to give everyone back their Friday evening, and I got to get ready for the gig, y'all. But first, I want to know what you guys want to leave with the viewers today. Anything you want to promote, any upcoming Pride events. And let's start with Zayn.
I have a show in Bellingham tomorrow. If anyone wants to come that's close to Providence, it's cute.
I live in Woonsocket.
Oh, wow, that's close. Look at that. I got a new competition show at Club Cafe in Boston. If any performers want to apply to that, let me know. And then I'll be everywhere in like June for Pride. It's Pride Month. You have to go everywhere. Gay Bash with Cupcake and Slater. Anybody going?
I'm not, but I heard about it, girl.
I want to.
I would love to, but no.
They're about to sell out of tickets. You gotta be quick. But yeah, it's gonna be iconic. It's gonna be so good. And Detox, and Saint, and Sigourney Beaver.
Oh my god, I love
I'm
them
spending
both.
some time.
I got to photograph them both.
I'm spending some time in P-Town for the Men of Melanin weekend, so that's gonna be my little treat to myself this season. I'm sorry?
It needs a little melanin. It needs a little melanin.
Yeah, still Men of Melanin. So I'm gonna be spending some time in P-Town. So I think that's gonna be my little treat to myself. So I will save it for that. It's the 16th through the 20th.
Oh, work.
And there is lodging still available, y'all. So listen, if y'all trying to get tickets, I'm just saying, I'm gonna have. I told my pastor and his husband, I said, I'm sorry, I'm still a man of God, and I love y'all, but my ass is gonna be out at least 2 days out of the 4. I'm just saying, it's gonna be a moment.
I gotta do it.
Oh my god, I can only imagine their reactions to you. I can only imagine because I know them.
Their reaction to me is the reason why I trust them to be my pastor in First G.
I'm here
because
for
this does not change. This does not change, as you know. It's always this.
Yep.
But that. So, Grayson, what do you want to leave with our viewers before we go today?
Stay true to yourself, always. And if you ever see me out and about and you know that I have my camera, it's a black backpack. It's pretty hard to miss that I have a backpack on.
Yes.
ask me for a photo. Like, I'm here for it. We're queer. Like, let's do something fun this summer, and let's have a fucking happy Pride Month and happy Pride Year, because Pride is year long.
I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you for that. And you are the one-shot king. So I will say that. Bitch, every time you goop me with this, like, I'm like, okay, let's take a picture. Boom, done. Gorgeous. Like, done. And like, that's something to be said, because there's been a lot of times where I'm like, first of all, I have to ask the photographer, can I see the image, because I don't trust it. Second, there's a lot of times where they'll take multiple pictures and all of them will be bad, and that grinds my gears. As a creative, as an artist, we did not do all this and all what we do for you to take bad pictures. I could do that myself, girl. So, yeah, that's a big one. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone who's watching. Thank you so much for keeping up with us today. It's been a lot of fun. I thank you guys so much for your time. That's something we can't get back, so I value that much more than anything else, to be honest. So thank you for your time and for sharing with us and with the viewers. And happy Pride, y'all. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
I'm going to play us out. Thank you, guys. Remember to always be good to yourselves, especially now. We got a lot going on and a lot happening in our community and a lot happening in this world. Be good to yourselves. Look inward before looking outward. And I love you. I'm going to play us out with a little RuPaul. Have a good night, y'all. Oh.